Yo, why did he do that for? Man just pulled off her wig on a busy train. What? Nah. They must have had an argument or something. Wow, that's crazy. You're not meant to touch a black woman's hair because things like that could happen. Listen, man, ladies, get some stronger glue or whatever it is, stitch that in, because it can get pulled off just like that. Nah, that's embarrassing. And that guy is bad, man. He shouldn't have done that. I don't know what was said. I don't know what happened before. Was he a madman? I don't know. But to do that is crazy. Ladies, embrace the natural hair. But you know what? I'm not fully against wigs and weaves. Do whatever you do, because the truth is, we like you when you look good. And if it takes that to look good, so be it. But my only thing is make sure it's set properly. I don't want to see that it's blatantly a wig. I don't want it to be easy to pull off. I don't want the wind to just blow it and it falls off. I don't want you to be doing exercise or running and it just comes off. Set that shit properly. Sorry, man. This lady, I apologize on behalf of that man.
Okay.
You need one room key or two room key?
Two, just in case I lose one.
Yes, I'll just make this for you. Just help me with your signature, where it says guest signature. Let me just process your room registration form.
Please wait while we process your registration form. Please note that we have a strict policy of no smoking, no pets, and no visitors allowed in any of our guest rooms. Signature must match the one on your ID. Using your finger, please sign where it says guest signature when you see the form on the screen.
Alright, sir. I will just process your room receipt, which contains all the property.
You serious?
Miami virtual checkouts. So you're telling me the hotels are now using self-checkouts or self-check-ins, sorry. What? That's crazy. And they're outsourcing people from India. You know what? The job market in India must be so good, because a lot of the call centers, a lot of companies in the West, USA and UK, they tend to use call centers abroad to handle their customer service, and now reception check-ins. What the hell? That's crazy. Is there any staff in those type of hotels? Is there any security even? They've made a rule. One rule that stood out to me was no guests. What do you mean no guests? Miami, I've never been. I've heard a lot about it. It's on the bucket list. So my thing is, surely if you're in Miami, if you're a single man, that is, ain't you trying to bring something back? Or if that's not the case, just in case you want to have a little get together, not a full-on party, but a little, you know, after party kind of thing, you can't now. It's forbidden. That sounds really boring. And is there room service, or is this just a budget hotel? Is this the way the world's going as well? So many questions, I know, but to me, it just seems kind of mad. And what about the job market out there? How does this affect employment if there's no more check-in with a physical person? Is this the way the world's heading? Is this AI? Well, obviously it's not AI. Is this the way the world's heading? All we're going to be relying on is call centers in India and AI. What the hell? That's crazy to me. You know, if that was your job role before and you've been laid off, I'm sorry, it's time to get into tech and it's time to do stuff online, because the job market physically isn't looking too promising. It's crazy.
Honestly, men aren't taught to honor what they need, because they're not taught to need anybody. You have to always be in a space and a place where I got it, I could take care of it, I could handle it. But you're not asking yourself enough, hey, what do I need?
Right.
I'm serving in all these different capacities. I'm sitting on the board, volunteering in my community. I'm taking care of my lady, making sure the kids are straight. I'm showing up for my business partners. But what do I need?
Right.
And because so many men, especially Black men, aren't asking themselves, what do they need? And not in the sense like, oh, I need another chick, or, oh, I need another $1,000. Like, let's go a little deeper.
Yeah.
Let's go just a wee bit deeper. What do you need? What do you need to feel safe? What do you need to feel secure? What do you need to feel comfortable in your own skin.
Right.
Because there are lots of men who do not feel worthy of anything.
Right.
You don't feel worthy to receive. You don't feel worthy to be loved. You don't feel worthy to be thought about. Like, you don't feel worthy for people to give you a gift or to service you in ways that actually nurture you. So it, for me, goes back to being able to ask yourself and answer, what do I need? Because once you're able to get a really good, firm understanding of what that is, you move differently in the world because you're constantly seeking ways to provide for your needs,
Right.
not just your wants.
My Lord. Y'all are, man. Y'all are doing good right now, man. Jesus.
You said that to everybody.
All that time, I was recording with no mic, just a normal mic on my camera. And there's me holding the mic, thinking I'm recording into it. No. Anyway, back to this content. She hit the nail on the head, and I think that is the reason why there's a lot of depression amongst men, especially black men, and suicide, because we're not taught to follow what we actually want or even think about what we actually want. We're taught to be men, we're conditioned to be men, and it comes with a whole bunch of guidelines and rules. There's nothing wrong with guidelines, yeah, but I think everyone is an individual, and everyone has their own thoughts and their own goals and aspirations. But the way the world is and the way things are and how expensive things are, we're all forced to be in either survival mode, or we're taught that money is the root and you need to do this and you need to provide and you need to be this way and you got to have relationships with this sort of people. Even I speak about this kind of stuff, and that's because I'm talking about how to survive in this world. But does that really cater to our needs, our deep needs, what we need? Everything about being a man, does that cater to our individual needs? And it's not always going to, and that's why we have such a mental health crisis amongst men, black men especially. Because amongst men, this applies to all men basically, but with black men, I just feel like there's certain things that go on in the world that try to keep us down, and there's a lot of stereotyping, judgments, and that also works against us. So what this lady said is so real, and I think that people should just go against the grain. Of course, you need to survive, you need to pay your bills, but then you need to always make time for yourself. And it could be as simple as silence. Just sit in a room and think, meditate, and start to learn yourself so that you know what you actually want in this life and go for it. Still do what you need to do, still provide, still pay your bills, still look after the family, still, have business associates and nurture those relationships, but what do you want? And I think that's something that we need to think about and we need to start working on so that we can do better mentally, basically. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.